Antoine, what's up, brother? What's up, Chris? Brian, what's going on? AG, what's up, brother? 804, you got you and Antoine in the house. Joel, what's happening? What's up? What's up, Rev? What's up, Rev? What's up, Brian? How you doing? Good morning, good morning. How's everybody doing? Hope everybody's enjoying this beautiful, chilly Wednesday morning. It's a little chilly in Philly. I don't know what's going on in the other parts of the country, but man, it is cold. You know, I'm from the south, so my southern bones still hasn't gotten used to this chilly weather up north. You're listening to another live edition on 92.9 WOM South Philadelphia Community Radio, 623 Lives Matter Radio Show. It's good to see everybody on Facebook Live watching, everybody that's listening on the radio. Thank you. We appreciate you. You didn't have to tune in, but we thank you for tuning in every week. And we appreciate your support, the messages, the phone calls. Thank you so very, very much. I'm gonna get right into it. I don't know if our freight brother is he going to be able to live stream with us today. You know, those guys just started back to work, so I don't know how his schedule is going to be. He may come in on the Facebook live stream and he can tell you guys how it was yesterday. Well, not yesterday, but for the vote count and all these types of things. Me and him was talking yesterday, and it's just very disheartening to see how the leadership of the Teamsters, how they played that whole thing. I mean, we are in trouble as a union if we don't do something about the leadership very, very soon. And big shout out to 767. You know, those guys, the Teamsters United, moving forward slate. Those guys did what we all going to have to do. Sooner or later, we all going to have to do what they did. And that is get rid of the foundation that Hoffa and the rest of the IBT stands on. It's one thing to get rid of Hoffa, but if you don't get rid of his foundation, it's going to be almost impossible. That's what he stands on. That's why it's so difficult, because he has his people in place, he has his local leaders in place, and these guys, they preach Hoffa, they teach Hoffa, and that's what they do, and that's what they will continue to do until we get these guys out of office. I know everybody's complaining and they're upset and all these types of things, but what are you going to do about it? We can be upset all we want to. We can get mad and fuss and cuss and fight and cry and all this stuff, but what are we going to do? What we need to do is take the model of logo 767 in Dallas, I believe it's Dallas, Fort Worth, Texas, and what they did. They took up the mantle and they got rid of the officers. And that's what we're going to have to do. Local 623, our election is in about 11 months. And you guys know where we stand. We've been doing this for years now. So, you know, we ran in 2016. And 2016 was a very, very interesting year. I'm going to break it down to you. In the top of 2016, if you guys remember, hey, babe, how you doing? I love you. If you guys can remember, at the top of the year, there was the delegate nominations. And then you had, later that year, you had the Teamsters Convention where the delegates went to. Then you also had our Teamster IBT election. And at Local 623, you had the local election. And then you also had the United States presidential election. So with so much stuff going on, a lot of activity, and it was congested. And I remember when they were counting out ballots in the 623 election race, some ballots from Fred got stuck in too because people were confused. You know, they were sending the Teamsters United ballot into the 623 election ballot. So it was a lot of confusion, a lot of stuff going on. But next year, it's just us and the people in office and whoever decides to run, besides us. But I'm telling you, so we had to try to reverse all that activity that was surrounding those elections from 2016. And what I mean by that, I don't know if you guys noticed, but we didn't take any time off. After 2016, we stayed out at the gates. We started the campaign for the contract. If you notice, in about 2017, way back, I believe it was like October, we started telling people, hey, look, let's make sure we say no to these concessions because we knew they were coming. And lo and behold, guess what? All these concessions, the 22-4s, the harassment language didn't get fixed. A lot of the things that we asked in our supplement didn't get addressed. So we had, you know, it was so much stuff that we were telling people because we wanted to create our own activity just for us. Just like it was so much activity in 2016, we had to try to make sure that we were the one creating the activity from then on up until now. That's why you see us still at the gates. That's why you still, you seen us at the contract push. You seen us doing the vote no thing. You see us doing all these things that we've been doing, the Mother's Day, the Father's Day, all the information that was coming out. We made sure you guys knew about it, either because what's going on now? Oh, I see you feeling better, man. I see you.
No, not really.
No? Oh, let me move over a little bit.
Still got a problem.
Oh, okay. So, you know, and we wanted to make sure that you guys always knew what was going on when it came to union affairs, because you guys know, like I know, not just in our local, but just the Teamsters in general, they do not do a great job of communication with information to the membership. They don't teach us, they don't educate us. So myself and others, we had to go out and teach ourselves, educate ourselves on what we plan on doing next year. So that's all we've been trying to do. And so the thing that we got to do, Expo, what we're going to announce is that we're having a raffle. We're raffling off a TV, right? 4K with the UHD and all this other kind of stuff, smart TV, right? We're going to raffle it off. Now the tickets are going to be $5 a piece, but you can get 5 for $20. So however you want to do it, you know what I mean? Or what you say now? I hear you. Who's that? That Jumbo?
Yeah.
Oh, what's up, Joe? I ain't see you, man. Everything good? Oh, my bad. I'm sorry. I misspoke. I apologize. It's $1. $1 a ticket. $1 a ticket. I thought it was $5. I apologize. $1 a ticket, right? So make sure you get your money together. We know we're getting ready to get into the money season, so we know you got it. We're going to do a lot of things different than we did in 2016. We want to make sure that we don't come up short. You guys remember 2016. I don't know if you guys remember the vote count. It was 3 slates running, right? 37 slate votes. 37. 3-7. So that is a haunting number for us because, you know, there's a lot of things that we didn't do and that we should have done. Now we know a lot more than we did back then. It's been a short but long 2 years. So you know, we made up some ground. So we want to make sure that you guys understand what's going on. And again, we got the bylaw amendment going around. Thank you guys, man. I'm telling you, I appreciate all the enthusiasm, the participation. Man, we have so many signatures, man. I believe I get about three pages full every night from people. Half the people don't even care what it is. They just they think it's to get the people out of office. So, you know, if that's your motivation, we appreciate it. But the real thing is to make sure that there's more transparency when it comes to local affairs, negotiations, anything that has to do with you guys paying dues. We want you guys to know that, you know, what's going on with your money.
Team care. Everybody knows the team care's got issues and problems. And the hall always wants to know about them. And we know the hall watches the show. So here's a problem for you. UPS has decided to cut my health insurance while I was out on workman's comp. Right? According to the workman's comp attorney, they can't do that for an excessive period of time. But they did, nonetheless. Team Care told me that the coverage was dropped in a notice that they haven't sent to my house yet, but I saw it because I logged on to Team Care as soon as I started noticing there was problems.
Right.
That, I believe it was October 7th.
They drop you October the 7th?
October 7th. They have been contributing into the fund. Why couldn't Team Care send me an email saying that UPS stopped contributing automatic with the Cobra notice, since when you communicate them via messages, via going back and forth, which they respond very quickly.
Yeah.
I would say that's very good.
I agree, yeah.
I think it's the best way to communicate with them, by the way. But they couldn't send you a notice saying, hey, listen, UPS didn't contribute this week. You know, is there an issue or something? We're at work, what's going on? You know, they have randomly sent me things in the past talking about, oh, well, this could be a work-related illness or injury. Do you know anything about it? Here, they're not figuring out why they started losing contribution fund. They didn't get a termination notice for them or something. Right. You know, there's a process here that needs to be easily done, that the hall could easily do, and send them a thing like, hell yo, so such and such member is on workman's comp, here it goes. To negate any losses to the fund through loss of contribution that they might get. Right. It's a simple electronic process at that. You know, this isn't something that's really, you know, the easy person. It could just be automated. You know, and given the attendance records at UPS, this is probably something that's probably necessary.
Yeah, you know it is.
Yeah.
Right. What you got, John?
Nah, what that's broke. Come on, man. You know what's going down, man. The union is in cahoots. You know, the union knows what's going on. Come on, man. You know that. The union should be all over the top of it, but they're not. We got a lot going on in Local 623. All right. Everybody calls Shanahan the pension guru. Shanahan is not the pension guru. All he does is call Pensacola in New Jersey. They give him the numbers. He come to your house. He tell you the numbers. He's not a pension guru. They giving him the numbers. If he was a pension guru, why we need $6 million? So we got so much going on at Local 623. And, well, let's get a shout out to UPS Freight. We're very proud of UPS Freight. They stood their ground, but the IBT did not back them. That's sad. That's sad. Members are saying, why are we paying union dues when we don't have no backing? How's the IPT not going to back UPS Freight? All right? Now, we're not backing down. We're not backing down from anybody. We're not backing down from UPS. We're not backing down from the IBT. And we're not backing down from Unity. All right, so Unity is in cahoots with UPS to get me fired. They're trying to get me fired before the next election. They're doing everything they can. And some of the things they're doing is unreal, but they've been doing it. And we cannot get any help from the Joint Council President. We've had sit-downs with the Joint Council President. He said this, he said that, he does nothing. So, you know, hopefully in 2021, and by the way, we're back in Sean O'Brien, we're back in Teamsters United, Sean O'Brien, Fred Zuckerman. And we really hope...
You backing him?
And we really hope that Hamilton, Joint Council President from Pennsylvania, or the Eastern District, runs. Because we're going to try and get him out of there. Because, like you said, you know what I mean, we got a lot of problems. Not only that, safety. Safety at the airport. I hope UPS is listening, because I don't care. You want to bring me in the office, fire me tomorrow, you can. Safety at the airport, with the renovation they doing,
it's bad
and we went to the Joint Council President, it's bad. Somebody's going to get killed. Somebody's going to get killed. Somebody's going to get hurt bad. You know, what I'm saying is, why you can't wait until we're done the prelude to start working? They're working, they're welding over top my heads, sparks everywhere, they're not using the proper equipment. Yeah, we went to the Joint Council President too. He said, we're going to do this. He said, we're going to do that. Nothing was done. And you know what? I'm not scared of UPS. I'm not scared of Joint Council President. I ain't scared of nobody. I'm going to tell it the way it is. Somebody's going to get killed at the airport. You know, there's certain things you have to do for safety. And not only that, I hope labor is listening. I know they are. Most of them non-union. You got between a $200 million and $400 million contract with non-union people working at a union facility, and nothing's being done. Let's get this straight. My name is Jumbo Nathan Daniels, 267-912-1549. I work in the prelude. Now, if y'all want to bring me in the office and fire me tonight, I don't have a problem. But safety is a joke at the airport. We had people call OSHA. OSHA didn't come down. We went to the union. Big fight at the union hall. Nothing's being done. Safety. They don't care about safety. They really don't care about the members. $13 an hour? What is it? $13 an hour they want to give us. Amazon, $15 an hour. If you work nights, $16. If you work weekends, $16. FedEx, $15. FedEx, $15.50 an hour. All these are new non-union shops. What about us? What about the working man? You know, we paying union dues. What are we paying union dues for? What are we paying? Let's get this straight, too. We fighting down at Union Hall. Unity. Shanahan says that they're not going to start hybrid drivers for 2 years.
No, he didn't. He said at
Hold
the meeting.
on.
Right.
Yeah, you got the mic. One minute. Let me
yeah.
finish. So, now, I'm arguing with him, telling him effective January 1st, it's kicking in. You're only going to get 40 hours. But guess what? It's kicking in right now. Forget January 1st, it's kicking in right now. I got guys that was told they were going to lose $20,000 starting this year. Starting January 1st. And this is sad. You know what I mean? This is sad. When I tell you we're in a sad situation, we're sad. You used to be a package car driver, make $100,000 a year, work Monday to Friday. No more. 22-3, they're going to take work from you too. Shanahan and I had a fight at the negotiation. We're supposed to get 22.3 jobs a year. Inside jobs. So I said, okay, so now we get 22.4 hybrid driver jobs. That's 35 jobs. He said, no, 15 and 10. Well, that's not what the contract says. We're supposed to get 22.3 jobs, right? So listen, it's like the members. We got a Kissy Thomas. She's been there for a minute. And I'm saying this on the radio. Jumbo Nathan Daniels again. They're not going by seniority. They're not going by seniority when it comes to jobs. They're giving the jobs who they want to get the jobs to, and it's not right. If you're doing the right thing, post it.
Yeah.
How can I challenge you?
If you ain't posting it, right.
If you won't post it, how can I challenge you within 2 weeks, right? And like I said, Unity is doing whatever they want. Now, Unity, they don't want part-timers doing doubles. Supervisors at PHL been doing doubles since March. And I've been fighting for years. And supervisors doing doubles since March, my people should be able to do doubles, right? Oh, no. I don't understand what the difference is. So now, Unity want to be political, right? They saying you got to sign a sheet. Sign a sheet? What do you mean sign a sheet? If it's work there, it's work there. If you're walking out the building and you see a supervisor working on preload, you should be able to go to the preload manager and say, listen, I got a supervisor over here working. Can I work? If they say, yeah, you should be able to work. The union or Joni, Shanahan are trying to say, oh, you got called by seniority order. Let me tell you something. 3, 4 o'clock in the morning, they say they need 50 people. You try and call 50 people 3, 4 o'clock in the morning. The best thing you can do is grab whoever's there. Listen, we got a lot of problems. A lot of locals got problems. So they was telling me, John, no more vote, no. Now they saying vote them out. But then again, how we going to vote them out? The people won't vote. People come to us 24/7. Yeah. They call us and everything, but they won't vote. They won't vote. I got a part-timer that comes to me every night, oh, John, they ain't going to seniority order, yada, 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 yada. I said, you got to vote. Last day before you could vote, I said, did you vote? I ain't get a ballot. I threw my hands up and walked away. But listen, we want to give 767.
767.
We want to give a shout out to 767. They did a great job. We want to give a shout out to 804 too.
Yeah.
They voted no.
Yeah.
All the people that voted no. John Palmer. We want y'all to vote for John Palmer. But listen, we have to get the current IBT out of there, right? And listen, a lot of people beat me up because I said we back in Sean O'Brien and Fred Zuckerman, right? Listen, I'm not fighting with nobody. It is what it is. Like I said, it's either Sean O'Brien or Ken Hall. Listen, I trust Fred Zuckerman. Everybody knows I love Fred Zuckerman. And Fred Zuckerman says, jump, Sean O'Brien, that's what we're going with. But listen, I'm not fighting with anybody on Facebook. So we're backing Teamsters United, Sean O'Brien, Fred Zuckerman, 2021. And I believe they're going to do the right thing. Because, you know, we give UPS a contract extension, right? And look what they did to Freight. Look what they did to Freight. Because we gave them a contract extension. When the contract is up, we're supposed to walk. No extension. You see what happened? They used it against us. So hopefully we learn from this one. Espo.
Shanahan said something very important at the last union meeting, and you're hitting on this. He believes that UPS can use Article 22.4 drivers in the first year of the collective bargaining agreement. It doesn't say they're supposed to make those jobs to the second year of the collective bargaining agreement. Because what's going to happen when you have driving jobs that are going to be on getting paid before that date? And guys will be doing it. There's a certain way they're supposed to get paid. It's written inside within the collective bargaining agreement, and they will get mispaid if they're treated like that. There's an issue, right? Two, like Jumbo said, if they do make the jobs, they got to put 25 jobs in the local right from the get-go.
Right.
Each year that they make jobs, or the IBT, I think, makes jobs, is what I was reading, that they have to make 25 jobs. And you're right. So it's 125.
It's not 125. Shanahan and I was fighting in negotiation.
Yeah.
He said it's not 125. The IBT only wants to give us 75. That's not 125. We're supposed to get 25 a year. We've only been getting 75. Nobody's keeping track.
Wow. And that's the issue. If it's 25 a year, then it's 125. But if we want to get 75, then what other 50
Said that's all Hopper want to give us, 75. Because we lay down.
That's sad.
And numerous times they have been asked how many Article 22.3 jobs do we have, and
Right.
they can't come
They
up
can't
with a
come up
number.
with right.
Shanahan gave a rough estimate of 415. I think it was at the union meeting. They need to have that number, and it needs to be present, and they need to know where the jobs are, just like Jumbo says, so seniority can be, followed.
Right.
Ask Shanahan how much he make a year. Does he know that? Does he know that?
Does he know how much his paycheck is every week? That's a good question.
Well, yeah, of course he knows that. I mean, of course they know how much money they're taking from us. They know that. The one thing they know is every week how much they're gonna get. You know, they know that. They know that. They know that. We like Jumbo said, man, we're in a sad situation. And to touch on people not voting, a couple of Saturdays ago, I was out at Oregon Avenue, the Saturday sort, and there's a lot of young drivers, a lot of younger members that work on Saturdays, and they don't really have a lot of seniority. I was out there getting petitions signed, and majority of everybody that came out and signed the petition, none of them have voted. And the ones that did vote, they voted yeah, and you know why?
Shanahan told him.
Shanahan told him to vote yeah, and you're going to get your retro money. Now, guess what? Airport, the same situation. Every night. They don't even call my name. They don't say, hey, Hook, how you doing? It's, when am I get my retro check? Because Shanahan told me, if I voted yes, I'm going to get it.
If Shanahan said, if you vote yes, you're going to get your retro check in October. That's what he told everybody. What did he say at the meeting, the general membership meeting, when I said where they checked at? What did he say?
We got to wait till it gets settled.
Oh, okay. All right.
So, did they use the ploy of the retro check, right?
Yes, they did.
To get a yes vote?
Same thing with Team Care. Same thing with Team Care. And I'm going to tell you why. They told us that Team Care was the same thing as what we had, right? Now, it's Blue Cross Blue Shield. That's right.
No, but it ain't the same.
But it's not the same. So, now I'm voting yeah because you told me what's the same. And then I see when I get the papers, it says Blue Cross Blue Shield. Now I'm going to vote yeah. But you didn't tell me the whole. You didn't tell me the truth of the whole matter. You just told me the part that it get me to vote yeah. You didn't tell me the ramifications of what you tell me to vote yeah to. Like we kept telling people to vote no because you could possibly get $15. Because now people are saying, well, if I knew this, I would have voted no. Because if I'm going to wait, then I might as well wait to get more, possibly more.
So there's a tactic here that the IBT uses and other people use to misinform
Yes.
or cleverly say something to make someone think that they're going to get something
Yes.
at a time in which they're not going to.
Right.
And that's wrong. That's a misrepresentation of facts.
And they do it all the time. They do it all the time.
That's like I said, you know, when they say the contract is getting ready to expire or run out, we have to let it run out. You cannot give them an extension. We gave them 90-day extension, and
Yeah.
they gave them 90 days to sell the contract. Vote yes, mail. They mail ballots and everything, this and that, right? They're trying to say this, they're trying to say that, right? Yo, listen, we see what happened. We lost this time. They keep giving them extensions. Why are you giving them extensions? You gave them extension and they screwed us. You know what I mean?
Right.
Not only that, the IBT screwed us. Hoffa nowhere to be found. Nowhere to be found. Now I mean, Todd Thompson running everything. Never was a teamster running everything, signing everything, calling all shots and everything, right? But then again, we got to blame the members. What was it? 212,000 eligible to vote. Only 91,000 voted.
Yeah.
The members got to vote. They got to vote. One thing we say, freight. They stood up. They voted. They voted, but they got railroaded. So then you can read this article. UPS freight passes. No, that's all wrong. UPS freight got railroaded. They was forced.
Yeah,
they was forced to vote.
Yeah, they used a scare tactic and they got them. They got them because I was talking to the shop steward yesterday from the freight, and he reminded me that what really made him upset. He's not. If the people would have voted yes the first time, he could have dealt with that. But don't let the company scare you into voting
Right.
yes.
Right.
He said, let your yes be yes and your no be no. He said, if you started with no, keep it that way.
Right.
Keep it that way, But he said a lot of his, because he said it's like 44 members in his particular bond, right? 24 of them went back to yes. You know what I mean? So now it passed, and it's a lot of disheartened people over there.
Yeah.
Because they stood up and they were hoping that they would have the backing of the leadership, and they was like, letting UPS do whatever they want, lock them out, and if you don't do this, that, and the other. And come to find out, shop still went back to work on Monday. One of the guys that voted yes called him up and say, I'm sitting home, and they got a subcontractor doing my work. He said, see, there you go. There you go. That's why you got to stand up and fight all the way through.
And that was the fight. That most of our guys are sitting home. If they're not sitting home, they're working on the dock. They changing their job title, right? They're not driving, and that's sad. You know what I mean? So we got another fight getting ready to come up.
Yeah,
right?
we do, man.
And we're gonna rumble.
Yeah, we gonna rumble.
My boys from Ohio, YRC Freight,
Yeah.
Dom LaCroix from Atlanta. Oh, we gonna rumble. We gonna rumble. Guess what? We ain't gonna back down. We with them 100%, 150%. We ain't gonna back down. So do what you gotta do. Hoffa's a sellout. He's a corporate lawyer, a corporate bum.
Now, did y'all hear that they're trying to get his son to take over after he left?
They're trying to get his son on the slate. Yeah, they're trying to put his son on the slate. I heard that. Trying to put him on. They want to try and put him on
Jim
the slate
Hoffa
to
the
run.
third.
Man, that's crazy.
No, David. That's David.
I don't know.
David.
I don't know.
I know. Yeah.
That's just so much stuff, man.
It
But
doesn't make a difference.
right, all we can do is, especially here at this
What's
local
up?
here, is next year we got to vote. We got 11 months. Everybody's complaining. Everybody's signing the petition, and we appreciate it. What's up, Galen? Everybody got to vote, man. If you really want change, if you really want to get these guys out, man, you got to vote them out. And I know a lot of people are not going to vote. It's just people just don't vote. So the main thing is the people who's been voting in their favor, you got to wake up and you got to see what's really going on. These guys are not for you. They haven't been for you for a while. They use the people's loyalty to get what they want. You know, I know firsthand. So that's what I'm trying to tell you. You got to wake up. You got to wake up. Like Jumbo said, everybody thinks Shanahan is a pension guru. He's not. You can call. Matter of fact, after this show, I'm going to put all the numbers up there. The pension board you can call. Anybody that's getting ready to retire or thinking about retire, I'm going to put the number up. Was going to do it at lunchtime, but we started early today, so I couldn't do it. So after this show, I'm going to put it up. You can call them, and they'll tell you how much you're going to get if you want to retire at this age, if you want to retire that age. This is what's going to happen. They'll walk you through the whole steps because that's what they get paid to do. He's not the guru everybody thinks he is. He just calls up the same way you can. And I get it. He's a likable person. But as a leader, he is not what we need. He's killing us. As a collective group, their leadership has been run its course. It's time to go in a different direction. UPS, look what they have done. One of our longest tenure part-timers told me months ago. She said, what happened is UPS, they got more aggressive in everything they've done over the years. And the union got more complacent. When people that's supposed to protect you get complacent against the people who's become more bullyish and do whatever they want to do, you're going to have a problem. You're going to have a very serious problem. And that's what we have. Serious problems. Serious problems.
I think that the E-Board is worried about the intellect that the labor managers have when trying to fight a case on the members' behalf, because they've stated several times, and I've heard them say this, they have lawyers. They got corporate lawyers. What are our dues paying for not to have someone to argue that point or make a just cause case to fight on the members' behalf? I think that's needed. I think you have to have some kind of understanding, and you need to have really weekly training, because as Brother Gray likes to point out, there's court decisions all the time that come out that affect us.
Right.
And they should be aware and passing that information either through the website or out personally through mailings, emails and such, so we all can see and read those particular court cases.
Right. The website ain't even updated. How they gonna post it on the website? The website ain't even updated.
He's not even knowing that. The trustee.
So there's a lack of effort on the thing, right?
They don't want to do it.
They don't want to do. When it comes to letting the members know anything,
they don't want the members to know anything.
They don't want the members to know any and everything. This man been a trustee for over 2 years.
Yeah.
But if I'm a new hire or a person that's been there maybe a year or less, and I go to the 623 website, I'm gonna see Shanahan, I'm gonna see Morris, I'm gonna see Joni, Malley, Whartonby, I'm gonna see Jeff Hester's name, and I'm gonna see George Ruggieri, thank you for your service.
The card's still up, yeah.
Right, that's what I'm saying.
The card's still up.
His name is not even on there.
And
They gotta do better than this.
Well, that's like management. Management said, John, Shanahan, Izzy, Joni, they saying you're nobody. They saying we can't deal with you. If we deal with you, we're gonna have a problem. I said, tell you what you want to do. You don't want to deal with me? You tell me you don't want to deal with me? Tell me you don't want. No, we're not saying that. But they saying we're not supposed to deal with you. Just tell me.
Right.
I had a clown the other night. I was going up security. I had a problem, right? He talking about you work outbound now? Yeah, I work outbound. What do you mean? So I walked away from him. Then I had another clown says, you're out of your work area. I said, what are you talking about? I'm going to take care of union business problems. I said, tell you what, I'm a trustee. You're going to respect me. I said, I mean, if you want to go down that road, we're going to. No, I'm not saying that. I said, what are you saying then?
But they're not going to respect you if the officer is not respecting you.
Well, what happened is, I ain't them. They clowns, man.
I'm just saying.
They sent an email. They sent an email told UPS don't deal with Jumbo, right? So that's just like I was in feeders. I put flyers and stuff out, right? You know, instead of the manager saying, Jump, let me talk to you, right? Let me see what you got, right? I walk away. They call labor. I said, Jump, they found Jump, can we talk to him? I'm like, hey, what's up? We got labor on the phone, right? Labor saying that you only a trustee, you only supposed to look at the books, this and that, right? Exactly what Shanahan them said. You're just a trusty.
Just look at the
I wouldn't say that. No, by no means.
Yo, it's a sad situation.
By no means.
And you know, not only that, UPS management, they laughing at it.
Yeah, they
said, we glad y'all fighting, Jump. We glad y'all fighting. That makes everything easy for us. But just like I said last week? Long as I've been there, I go in the office with 20 management. 50, don't make no difference to me, by myself. You had Izzy, you had Asshole Finley, and you had Carl Robinson in there. 3 of them in there. What we need 3 of them in there for? You don't know your job? Or you ain't get no respect? Or we all stick together? No. Look like you're weak to me. You need 3 people in there? One person should be able to go in there and handle himself. Right or wrong. What do you need 3 people for? And what they got to tell the BA what to do? You don't know what to do?
I think that the more important thing is why. The more important reason why you have multiple people coming to the meeting, right? Is it on?
There you go.
The more important reason why you have multiple people coming to a meeting is so they can hear what UPS is trying to say, and you have a witness as to what was said. That is the most important thing why you would have multiple people inside the hearing.
No, I disagree with you.
Disagree?
I disagree with you.
Wait.
100%.
That's I know
that's
being
not what
fired
happened.
firsthand and getting back pay each of my times because UPS said something.
Right.
They came down, the people in office at the time came in there and they had multiple people there. UPS put their big front up, say we're not having this Joe's this bad guy. Yet I got my job back, I got the back pay back. They did their job, they got the work done and happened.
No, that's not what's going down. That's not what's going down. It's not like that.
But even if you make a valid case, listen. But even if you make a valid case with some of these managers, right? They're still going to say no because then they go back and they try to discuss it with somebody who might not have the same position as you,
Right.
but can't articulate to you
Listen,
why that position is inferior.
if you're weak, they're going to tell you no. If you know what you're doing and you go in there by yourself. If you know you know what I mean, you don't need no backup. You understand what I'm saying? You don't need no backup. You go in there by yourself. You understand what I'm saying? Why I need Espo and Hooker in there? You understand what I'm saying? We got the contract. We know the contract, right? It could be 10 of them and 1 of us, right? Well, you need somebody, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I it just don't get me. You got a BA in there. You got 2 shop stewards in there. I mean,
I don't see a reason for 2 shop stewards.
I mean, you got 3.
Effective shop stewards there.
So now it's always been the rule. So what you gonna tell me now? There's always been a rule. As long as I've been out the airport. I don't know about Hooker. You was out the airport for a minute. It always been they didn't want to take 1 shop steward off the job. Now they taking 2 shop stewards off the job. I ain't never seen that.
Right.
No.
I ain't never seen that. You know what I mean? So I'm saying, and it ain't that complicated. It's black or it's white, or it's not.
Here's a better question. In this particular issue, did the other steward have information pertaining to the matter?
Oh, I don't know.
I'm just asking the question.
Espo, you missing the point.
I'm not.
Hey,
this
Saturday,
I'm just saying.
This Saturday we got a union meeting, 10 o'clock a.m., 4369 Richmond Street. Make sure you guys come out. It's a lot of people don't show up, and I know why you don't, and I understand why you don't. But hey, we really need more people to show up to this union meeting, man. We need to hold our people accountable to what's going on. The only way to do that, you got to show up. You got to show up. Let your voices be heard, because if they don't hear your voice, I know what you're gonna say. Well, they ain't gonna do nothing anyway. Well, like what's my man name from Oregon Avenue, part-timer named Chuck? Like Chuck said, Chuck asked Shanahan one day. He said, "Well, what do you feel about this contract?" Shanahan said, "I think this is a good contract, and I'm endorsing it." And Chuck's next thing was, "Well, when is the next election?" Because Chuck was letting him know that because this is how you feel about this contract, then we making plans on voting you out. And that's what we all need to do. We need to make plans on just voting them out. Bottom line.
Yeah, Espo, you missed the point. So what happened is, let me break it down. I'm not going to call them. Let me break it down to you like this, right? There have been cases, right, where though they said, "Jump, how come we can't settle this, Jump? Don't make us go in there with Shanahan." Say, "Jump, we don't want to go in there with Shanahan, so why can't we settle it?" Because they think he a clown. He comes in there, shirt all tied up, this and that, right? Supposed to be strictly by the book, yada, 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 yada. Can't crack no jokes in. And I've had multiple people saying, "Jump, why can't we settle this? Don't make us bring Shanahan in there. We don't want to deal with Shanahan." This is before he became Secretary of Treasury. They said, "Jump, we do." They begged me, Can we settle this? We do not want to deal with it. So you understand the point of what I'm saying?
Oh, listen, I had different dealings with Shanahan where I could agree with that particular opinion because he sometimes makes comments which are inappropriate, right?
Yes, he does. I agree. There's a couple of them, man, that I just keep to myself.
That's what I do. I keep it to myself because it's not worth the hassle.
Right.
It's gray areas, a lot of gray areas in the contract. A lot of gray areas in the contract. Just like he was told, do not put a grievance in for the 10 minutes. Do not go to the panel with the 10 minutes. He was told. And he went down there and he lost. He lost. Listen, our guys get their 10 minutes, one way or another. On whatever shift you get 10 minutes one way. And he was told, do not do it. But he was trying to impress somebody more hourly or something like that. He went down there and messed it up for everybody. Some things you leave alone. It's a gray area in the contract for both sides.
What is the 10-minute issue? Explain it better.
10-minute break. The 10-minute break.
Yeah. So what's the details of what's going on?
It was 10-minute break. It was 10-minute break on the 12. He was trying to get 10-minute break on the 12, and it was turned into a big fight. Some people was getting it, some people wasn't getting it right, and he was told, "Don't fight it. Don't pursue it. Leave it alone." Because we all know, we get 10-minute breaks. You know what I mean? We get 10-minute breaks whether we're supposed to or not. So some things you don't fight. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Some things you don't want to go to panel with. You know what I mean?
The 10-minute break is a very interesting thing. I agree. And we all know that you're full-time. You get the 10-minute break within your workday, right?
Right.
You don't want to sit there and fuss with it. UPS sits there and has long-standing practice on a preload to tag it into your lunch hour. That's what they do. You know what I mean? But obviously that's not the same, or people don't want the same down at the airport because,
it's different
you might be working two very physical jobs down the airport, or you might want that 10-minute break at some point in time.
Right.
You know, where you can go to the cafeteria, get your candy, whatever, and come back. You know what I mean? Time that you're getting paid for, but it's like, of your own. You can do something and then come back.
Right.
Be responsible about it, but, get it to come back.
I mean, see, what happened is, everybody knows that, people don't want to talk about the gray area. It's gray area. You got to talk about the gray area. You understand what I'm saying, right? Shanahan don't want to talk about the gray area. Half the time, everything he talked to, he got to go to the contract, right? So I did a hearing last night, right? You know what I mean? With a part-timer. And I know it was a waste of time, but you can't violate his rights.
Right.
I don't care how bad his attendance is. Yeah, his attendance bad, late, whatever, and it's not right. You can't tell him he can't do doubles because he got bad attendance or late. You can't do it.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? Even though he one of the worst guys in there, I still had to fight for him. You understand what I'm saying, right? So now he's doing double, but they saying jump. We're gonna fire him. Ain't nothing I could do, but I stood up for him. But they you know what I'm saying? You got to fight for the people. There's gray areas in there, and Shanahan don't understand about the gray area.
Well, he told me that past practice is a very strong type case, and that that's how some things are won. Right. Because, as Jumbo was to point out, that's a gray area when it's unclear, right? Shanahan's contention was that the UPS could make a practice without them and do something totally different, inconsistent with the collective bargaining agreement, and probably win that case down a panel. And I think at the last show we said we're going to clarify that come Saturday, because I think it's a very important case. Because as Jumbo said here, he had a gray area. He magically wanted to go choose to fight this 10-minute break thing, right? But obviously someone told him, listen, you're not going to win that. Just like the attendance bonus case that they've lost, the IBT's lost multiple times beforehand. But
I wonder why they keep losing it.
Listen, because UPS is only guaranteed to pay a minimum, and they can pay people more of a maximum.
Yeah. And
now what happens is, does our union dues get based off UPS's increases, or is it off the minimum standard? I think that's really what the issue is around.
Right.
I just like, Shanahan wants to say, here you go, by the contract. He bring out the contract, this and that, right? Okay.
By the IBT, the bylaws, and the Constitution.
All right, so now it's okay. So now he says strictly by the contract, right? All right, now. Espo, you just started your package car drive. You got 29 days. Tomorrow your 30th day. They go to Shanahan and say, listen, we didn't get some paperwork done, right? And if we don't get the paperwork done, we're going to disqualify him unless you let us keep him another 2 weeks. And Shanahan said, okay. Is that a gray area?
Yeah.
Not a gray area at all. The fact that they say, hey, listen, you're going to give him 2 weeks and we're going to keep him says that he already has a seniority before the 30 days, doesn't it?
Right.
Right? Because all they're saying is, I'm going to keep you next 14 days.
But they have done.
He's saying if they don't agree to another 14 days, they disqualify them right now.
What if they don't like him after the 14 days and still decide to
I'm just
disqualify him?
saying,
Because they have a staffing
yeah,
meeting they want to use.
So are you going by the contract or you going gray area?
They've done that a lot out the airport. I don't know about Oregon Avenue, where they get a guy down to his getting ready to make seniority, and they'll come out, well, we didn't train him, or we didn't do this and we did that, and we need to do this for another 2 weeks. And if he doesn't agree to it, then we're going to send him back. And the company fold. I mean, not the company, but our officials fold and give in to that. You know what I mean? And their thing is, well, we don't want the guy to go back. Well, you got to fight for him because he already did his time. You know they're making something up. You know that. So, but they got to fight though. They got to fight those cases.
No fight with Shanahan. No fight with Shanahan. No fight with Shanahan.
You got to fight that, man. You just can't let the company keep doing that.
Another gray area. You're a new driver. You just started, Espo. All right? You come in. They say you're a driver helper, but we're going to pay you driver rate. You got to take your own vehicle and meet me in Center City, and you got to pay the park. Is that gray area?
Say that again. I just phased that for a second.
I said, you're a new package car driver.
Yeah.
Right? Okay, so now they come in, they say, you're going to be a driver helper today.
Yeah.
But you're going to get paid driver rate. But you got to take your own personal vehicle. You got to go meet Jumbo down Center City, and you got to pay the park. Is that a gray area?
First of all, they shouldn't be paying the park. That's one. UPS should be covering that expense.
How about using their own gas?
They should be paying for the gas.
Why is he
For the
using?
mileage.
Why is he using his own car?
The vehicle. It should not be allowed. No.
Well, that's a gray area.
And all technical, you can't go flip-flop someone's classification. You have him scheduled in as this, then he's doing that particular kind of work delivering package cars, and he should be a package car driver for the day.
Right.
You have to tell somebody in advance that, hey, you don't come in that day and say, oh, wait a minute, Mr. Hooker, guess what? We're going to switch your classification today to a lower paying classification. It's not right. And do the same work.
Right.
No. They didn't switch his pay rate. He still got paid driver rate, but they classified him as driver helper.
But he's paying for his car.
Right.
He's
Right.
Not getting
And he's
reimbursed
using his own car.
So, because what right now, is there's no driver helpers right now. Not to my knowledge. Y'all heard anything about that? Because what happened is, if you look, every time you turn around, you see two people in the truck. If you gotta start looking, there's two people in the truck.
Well, I think they're finally using their head and having two people
I
on the
don't-
truck because
I
they're
gotta-
going to need them for Christmas time with the excessive
I
fines.
got to mention this real quick. I just got this. Now you had organized. Oh, you ain't been in a while. Well, supposedly there was another supervisor who got into another fight with one of our members at Oregon Avenue. Right. The guy texted me last night. Now, instead of them getting rid of the supervisor, they're moving to another building. Yes. So UPS just does what they want to do when it comes to this type of stuff.
So in other words, there was no zero tolerance in workplace violence.
And that's what I'm saying. This is
What
crazy.
happened is we don't have any union representation. See, they do whatever they want to do. Just like, okay, we had turnstile incident. Turnstile incident with hourly, right? Now, the hourly was out for 4 weeks. Supervisor did the same thing, nothing happened to him. And I'm hollering at the hourly yesterday. He said, yeah, well, they got me back after 4 weeks. They said it was a 30-day suspension, right? I said, 30-day suspension? 30-day suspension? Supervisor did the same thing and didn't get anything. We don't have a union. You know what I'm saying? They pick and choose. They don't represent everybody the same way. So the guy said, well, I'm glad to be back, this and that, right? I said, no way in the world you're supposed to have been out for 4 weeks. No way in the world you're supposed to have been out for 4 weeks. And nothing happened to the supervisor? None at all happened to the supervisor.
Well, hardly everything does. They do what they want to do, talk to you any kind of way, put your hands on people and all this stuff. And then they just moved my man to another hub. That happened out at the airport not long ago. Guy sexually harassed the lady, you know.
It was claimed. It was claimed. Sexual harassment, listen. Sexual harassment is very, I don't even know how to put it. You know what I mean? You mean to tell me somebody can step up and say sexual harassment when it's not? I'm having a lot of people, members accused of sexual harassment, and it wasn't sexual harassment. But that's the easiest way to get to somebody. Then HR want to act like they want to do their job.
All of a
Now, I
sudden.
mean, they all of a sudden now, right? Listen, an investigation ain't whole, it's half-assed. But sexual harassment is like, you know, at UPS, it's tough. It's tough. If it's straight right out sexual harassment, we can go for it. But a lot of the cases, it's a lot to it.
Right.
Some of them, most of them political. You understand what I'm saying? I mean, it's sad. I mean, you know, if a woman says she's being sexual harassed, it should be addressed. But she claiming it's not happening, she should be fired.
Do you consider sexual harassment a multiple occurrences with a particular individual?
No.
Or could it happen on a one-time occasion?
Yeah, it can happen on one time.
Let's just say I'm a gay and Jumbo's not, and I go and I try to approach Jumbo in that manner, and Jumbo clearly tells me no, and I walk away from Jumbo. Then Jumbo says later, I'm sexually harassed by him because he came on to me. You know, how's that sexual harassment versus
Right, you going around.
Jumbo tells me no, you know,
Then
like the
right,
sign,
right.
and I keep going after Jumbo.
right.
That'd be harassment in my
Right,
book, because then you're constantly harassing someone who has indicated their wishes to you.
But for somebody to say sexual harassment just to get somebody terminated, it's wrong.
That's wrong.
Yeah.
That's wrong.
Yeah.
That's wrong.
Right.
And that's all they got to do, because if they say it, 9 times out of 10, you're going to get terminated. Because HR already worrying about it's not getting sued, this and that, right? And that's not the case. I've seen a lot of people lose their job on BS. And I've seen one guy lose his job, just was totally, you know, they told him to resign because his file was thick, right? And something went down, and it wasn't really like that. But they said they couldn't win that panel, right? So somebody filed sexual harassment. Sexual harassment is tough. It's a tough issue, man.
So down at panel, they want to bring in other things from an employee's file, right? This is what I'm hearing. Other things from other people's files, not related to the matter at hand, to, I guess, provide a character evidence in the case, right?
Right.
Should we allow that to happen? Should we have allowed items to be negotiated against this particular thing on our behalf down at
I
panel?
agree. You should have language in there that protects the member from that, you know, that type of
Character witness building
because
on
you
events
should,
that weren't pertinent to the
right,
matter?
because if I'm at panel because of my attendance or miss loads or whatever the case may be, then that's it.
About.
I don't want to hear about something I did 5 to 10 years ago. What I got to do with it right now? But that's what they do.
Well, just like, I don't know if y'all heard this story or not, right? And everybody can't believe this. It was one Pete, right? And the girl, it was a female, and she was on America's Next Top Model, and she was supposed to be a contestant, but she fell off a wall, hurt her leg, right? And I don't know if y'all heard this story. It's the truth. So what happened is, I'm on throw 31 by myself, about 2:30, 2:45 in the morning, right? The girl came over there and attacked me, right? Listen,
Right.
supervisor had to pull her off me, and the guy couldn't believe it. She had a hood on. She talking about, I finally got your ass, yada, 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 yada. So what I'm saying is, when you say sexual harassment, I mean, that's a rough call, right? And this bro was going crazy. It wasn't the supervisor. I started home. The supervisor had to come help me. He's talking about jump big as you is. I'm just saying. See, people don't know. At the airport, look. The airport, it's like Oregon Avenue. Listen, people don't know how wild it used to be. You know what I mean? We could tell you some stories you don't believe, right?
There's a lot of
Listen,
wild
they talking about jump big as you is. The girl was trying to rape you. I'm like, yeah, the girl was trying to rape me.
The girl's trying to rape him.
Raping
or attacking,
ready?
man. Raping or attacking, I don't know. But that's a great story, because I had a lot of friends when I first started UPS. They used to all hang down at the circle down there, and they all used to hang out and party together. Supervisors and analysts all alike. You know what I mean? And a lot of funny stuff happens over the years, and I heard a lot of stuff happen down in the parking lots.
Wow.
You know?
True story.
Yeah, true stories. Incidences in plane and stuff where people just kind of commingle together a little closely, and, you know, everything kind of goes its merry way.
Yeah. We're going to get ready to get out of here, good people. Thanks again for listening to WOM 92.9 South Philadelphia Community Radio. bring you another live edition of the 623 Live Matter Show. Don't forget about our raffle. $1 tickets for the 43-inch 4K UHD TV. We're going to be selling them, man. Make sure you get your ticket. $1 a piece, all right? And also, what I was about to say, I forgot. Well, yeah, this Saturday, union meeting, 10 o'clock a.m., 4369 Richmond Street.
Before you go, I just want to ask, do you got any kind of guess when they might see their retro check?
It won't be until next year.
February, March,
maybe February, March. So you guys,
They haven't put any
no. What happens? People.
Yeah,
you need to say that now, right? Because we know, but people every night they want to know. And I'm telling them next year, and I'm telling them after next year, and they still ask you every night when I'm gonna get my retro.
Right, every night.
It's not gonna be no time soon.
Because they was told that they voted they was going to get it, and that's the part that they keep bringing up.
So the contract is ratified. You're not going to get it. The other supplements who voted no need to get passed or imposed to those particular members,
and then you can
receive your retro check.
Right. So
because they're already going to impose the master agreement, even though the majority of involved members
voted
no.
So again, this is what we got to do.
Further weakening the democratic principles which the country is founded on. Those who wish to speak up, speak. Those who don't. Go aside and go about their merry way.
Right. So again, this Saturday's meeting, 10 o'clock, 4369 Richmond Street. Vote them out 2019. International Leadership 2021.
2021.
Everybody got to go. Shout out to 767. They showed us all how to do it. Everybody got to do the same thing.
John Palmer ballots come out November the 14th.
Right, 6:57.
Make sure you vote. John Palmer, make sure you vote.
All right. Peace out. We love you guys. Make sure you check out Hector Forder's show on Union Power Radio every Saturday. Or it might be Sunday from 3 to 5. Make sure you check us out. We love you guys. Thank you guys for all the signatures, the comments, the calls. We appreciate it. We love you guys. All right. Peace out.